It turns out that these people are actually scary. And I need to figure out how to curb how scary they are, or they're gonna scare me right to the grave, or whatevs. So that's bad. What are we going to do about the scary? Who's detecting me right now?
Does anyone have any extra rations? I did some white leaf, and now I'm very hungry.
Wow. Contributions from him. Oh, yeah, these guys are seeing me. These spirits that are bitter about something. Maybe our chance to get messy. I guess you're technically our trap person. Even though they're on his character. Because he's a more permanent character. But you're the character with the mechanic skill. So we have a freeze trap. Hobble trap. Pierce trap. Corrode trap. Not like a mountain of traps necessarily. Just something to work with. And since I tend to not use these things so much, maybe this is the chance to get real damn messy with the whole thing. I've never used these before, so I actually don't know how it works. Probably want to hug the edge a bit, because they don't walk around it. Trap disarmed. Do they have like a minimum radius or something? Aww. How do traps work in this game? Alright, let's Google another thing. The traps. I don't even know what to Google. I can't say like disarm traps because that's how, that would just explain how to disarm. I have to specify between the two different games. Gotcha. Saving a hostile trap puts in your inventory. Each party member may only have one trap laid at a time. Your party will not trigger a trap you place, but will probably be injured by the effects of the okay. Okay. Time to load my save. What a weird mechanic. Okay. So I guess that's how they stop you from spamming traps too hard, is that everybody has to lay the traps. But you can still have more than one trap, thankfully, but it's one trap per party member? I guess. We'll start with you.
Tell me.
What?
And we've got you. You did two animations. Okay. How are we doing on mechanics? 7, 2, 0, 0, 0. This doesn't bode well. Alright, we can try Yaskier and see if that works out. I want to use that stuff too. There we go.
Yeah.
The whole party kind of hang out back here. And you're more or less our ranged person, and also you benefit from having an opening shot, so I think I'll have her try to shoot first if she can reach from this range.
I shall end this.
Nope. Oh my god, guys, look over here. Oh my god. Who's over there? What's up with that? Isn't that crazy? No, no, no. Okay.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
So I can't aggro them. I can't shoot them from that range. The traps are green, so I think that means that they don't hurt me. Get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. I didn't, that's not going well. That's not going well at all. She has no health already. And she can't bubble herself, right? Yeah. It's not going well. Did they even trigger all the traps? I'm not sure if they did. She's down. Alright. Not the strongest opening. All things considered. Okay. Come on, Yaskier. You gotta work with me here. You gotta have an AI smart enough to reach enemies. Two of my characters have hidden health bars, which is always scary. You don't know what they're up to. Gonna savage defiance out of habit. You're probably taking damage. Who's... Like, Adair here is stunned. Let's see if I can bring him back up. And you should use your second wind when you get the chance. And you should try to deal with the fact that he's covered in dudes. We don't want that. There we go. Please stop her from dying just again. Oh shit. Things could be going better. Still, there's some badly injured people. And you were definitely going to focus on this person and deal with them. Actually, no. Barrier Eder. Just, there's a loop of defensive spells being cast right now. Alright. Now you're being attacked, which is not very helpful for me right now. But neither of you guys went down, so that's good. Are your fists activated? Your fists are supposed to be activated. That's like your job. So you're currently defended with Champion's Boon? Yeah, so you're very hard to kill. And you've been revived. It's a little hard to find the right targets to heal right now. There's a lot of people kind of need it. I don't know how much my protagonist needs it. Beda's not in a great spot. I can't move with this character, so I guess this kind of local heal's the way to go. Because if I try to disengage, I'm just going to get hit right now. Really what I need is some of these guys to just take a seat. That is not a high chance of success, so I guess that's probably why he's not using that ability. He has a low chance of actually being able to trigger it on anybody. Wow. These guys are hard to hit. Fuck it. We'll both try to knock people down. Between the two of us, one of us is... Oh, you need to do a second... Yeah. Whew. What are we pausing for now? Oh, Durance is also about to die. Get that heal off, please. Olmar gains a wound. There's a lot not good going on. Oh, there goes that air. Didn't pan out. And just trying to... Yeah. Yep. No one really has even finished trying to do their actions yet. I'm guessing Grieving Mother failed. I wish it was easier to find it. That's Grieving Mother using Pain Block. Oh wait, no, that was me using all my energy. I got it in my head that Grieving Mother was trying to mind control somebody, but that's... No, she spent it on trying to keep Adair alive. And that worked out. Listen, you're doing okay-ish right now. I need you to deal with the fact that this guy's covered in people. Make it work. Alright, he's going to take a while to cast that, and he's going to be in the wrong direction at that point. But you know what? They're making it easy for me to hit more people, so that's fun. That's useful. Come on, just live long enough to get this off. You get it off? Oh, he's been interrupted. That's not really helpful. One of the upsides of turn-based combat is being able to tell what the fuck's happening in a game versus this pause and play thing, which is like... There's definitely not a lack of complexity. It's just holy fuck. What is... How do I keep track of it all? I would really like this guy to die. It's really unfortunate he seems to keep not dying. Then we'll just have one less guy on the field. And he's definitely doing buffs because he's a paladin. That's certainly not helpful for us. You know, 50% chance, I'll take it. He's like the healthiest enemy. If we can switch their team for a moment, just all around better off. Now who's dead? Yaskir's dead. That was expected. Never got to get their attack off though. Oh my god, did it work? Did it work? It worked. It worked. Yeah. What else can I get? 49 is not great. Just really need fewer enemies at the moment, since I'm running out of all of my allies anyway. That's not going great for me. Half the party's down, and I already revived one of them in this fight. So we've had 4 downs already. This is a tough one. Yeah, all my attacks have a very low chance of success. The paladin's healthier than ever, because of course they are. And my barbarian is hard to kill, so I got that going for me. Wow, did you actually stunned him? Neat. Try not to die against these two guys, please. Send him flying, come on. You can do it. You can't do it, you're gonna die. How'd things go with you, Grieving Mother? Normal attack right there. You dealt 34 damage? If you just dealt 34 damage, why do you have 7 focus? Where's your focus? I don't think I have a mountain of choices left to me right now. Mostly just have to let the simulation run out and see if I get lucky, which, I mean, there's a few people on my team right now. No! Really? They aggroed from where? What fucking planet were they on when they aggroed? Why can't they fight the enemies I have? Try to focus fire this guy down. Is he dead at least? Now I'm dying. What? Gleaming Society Disciple. He has a wound. Grieving Mother does 45 damage to Grieving Mother. Okay. Shit. It would appear the Gleaming Society Disciple appears to be one of those guys that has the deflect ability where they can redirect ranged attacks to their opponents 50% of the time, which is the skill I was talking about how cool that is. Yeah. As you'd expect, it's a very scary skill to have. It's very dangerous. Self-heal. Go, go, go. Well, you have a hit point left. Eh, this isn't gonna last. Get that heal going. Yeah? Oh, she's down. Okay. Run away! Nope, that didn't work out either.
Flesh is still.
It sure would be nice if random enemies would fight each other instead of just me. Kind of rough that they will exclusively attack me. All things considered, I did think the traps just weren't all that helpful.
Huh?
Alright, so let's turn off all party AI. For starters. I think I want to use this choke against them. Is move speed a thing I can look up as a character-specific ability? I would like to. Damage, accuracy, interrupt. I don't see movement speed. Who has the fastest movement speed? And also is a tanky character. Let's see. You had some here, didn't you? No. I associate the monk and the barbarian with having a movement speed buff, but I can't remember for sure. Survival. 3 move speed on your boots. There we go.
Zawa is ready.
And any early damage you take can be deflected back at them. I mean, can be used as wounds. I can't attack as a melee character very effectively at this range, but I can hopefully just get them to attack me. Yep, combat start. Ah! How nice of you to join us. This will go well for you, I promise. Anyway, AI on. Get down here, Yaskier. You gotta block this doorway. Okay. I like to bring down a pillar of bad on the enemy in the middle of the zone that they now can't stop me from getting into. And I'm just gonna use any effect I can. Where's Adair? There's Adair. We want anyone we can to just be on their ass. The hope is to AoE spam all over them while they're kind of stuck right there, and hopefully my main line holds them back a bit. And hopefully that'll just be a real big problem for them in a moment. And they already broke through, so that's not good. There's so much shit on the screen right now. Which one did I do the AoE on with you? That probably just went off. Is anything going well right now at all? Olmar is injured. I guess we could all focus on Olmar. But somebody needs to focus on the fact that our backline's attacked right now. But you guys could try to get Olmar, hopefully. My attempt at controlling the main line has immediately faltered. And Grieving Mother's about to die already. Okay. I don't see us coming back from that in her case. She has no points to spend. They really came for her. Wow. Focused. You never activate your punchy punch anymore. Why is that? Please try to remove the number of bad things happening here. Where's Olimar? Is Olimar dead? I can't tell. Olimar, Rooting Pain. Badly injured. There you are. I couldn't see the circle. I want to focus him down as fast as possible because he summons duplications and stuff, so if I could just delete him real quick, we can even the score for the fact that Grieving Mother's about to go down. Please send that guy flying. He's still working on that, or did it fail? Force of Anguish missed. Alright, great. 20%. Fuck. These guys are unhittable. Is he still trying to cast it? He is, isn't he? Adair? Wait, are you... You must be... Are you... Your AI is turned on. Why is he standing back? When did he get back here? Where's Olimar? He's badly injured. See, try to deal with the fact that this guy's about to deal with our healer if we don't stop him. Try to get you away. Okay. Get those boosts up, and he's doing his... Yep. He's got his summons out. Olimar duplicates. Does he even have to do that consciously? Where did he go? I keep losing him in the crowd. There he is. He's hard to keep track of. I don't know if his dupes would go away if I defeated him or not. Which is its own other problem. Have to get your heal going. Make some attempt to deal with the number of enemies here. Alright, so one person's down. Everyone else's chances aren't spectacular.
Tell me.
There goes Zawa. I'm not sure if it's which character is best to bring back right necessarily. It is an AoE. If I could find Zawa. That was over there. Nope. That's nothing that happens. I mean, one of them can mind control at least, that might somehow stem the tide a little bit. Whereas Zawa, I'm not really sure how much he's doing here, since he doesn't seem to be able to make contact with his attacks, which is not good for him. And Amaneha is going down. Yeah, they're all focused on her. Eskier, are you... there's a lot to keep track of. Savage attack, damage reduction, frenzy, woodskin, weakened, armor of the faith, blinded, dire blessing, holy radiance, dazed. Seems to be standing here. Badly injured. Oldmar's healing, because of course he is. Was that 1%? I think that's literally a 1% hit chance on that guy. God damn. Well, I want generation of points, so we can do anything here. Man, it's a slow and arduous process trying to cast buffs to keep the party alive. The very attempt is so gradual as you just watch everybody melt around you. Gotta get that guy off of Durance if I can. We're not doing great. Come on. Please. Ah, Durance is down. Should I get the shout off this time? Did that work on anybody? Did it only work on one of them? Two miss, one graze, one hit. So a miss, 5.6 second paralyze, and 11 second paralyze on a disciple and a duplicate. It's brutal that he can clone himself in the middle of the fight, but also, like, this is a mess visually. This is one of the... This is harder to comprehend than most games I've played, is when it gets to this kind of screen where I'm just like, I can't tell where it... It's hard to tell where anyone is and what's... And you can't see through anything, and it's just a big blotch of color, and it's just, wow. Alright, well, I don't see this going well, again. I might need to give up and come back later or something. Or with a different plan. Whew. So much is happening so fast, it's a little hard to come up with much idea of what's going wrong. Although it might be the priestess. The inability to focus the priestess might be a bit of a problem. Because if we get the priestess down faster, then maybe that's why they're so indestructible. Maybe it's just my party's general lack of crowd control. Near death. Wow. Alright, well, this isn't worth watching. I probably just lost, actually. Already. I don't know, we've already spent half an episode on this. I kind of don't want to walk away with a loss. I'd almost rather spend the entire episode committing to it and then finally winning over spending an entire episode on it just to never make it.
So it doesn't even bother you that most of your people died.
The Nalpaska learned to embrace death.
And the remaining few were enslaved?
As long as the spirit is free, bonds of the flesh do us no harm.
You got to tell me how you do it.
I will show you. Come, let us find a mass grave to sleep in. That's gonna be a big from me. I wonder if I should intentionally avoid damaging their leader as long as possible and just go after their priestess and then anyone else I can. Because it kind of feels like their leader gets, like, it seems like he duplicates when he gets low on health. It's hard to tell. There's like 12 combatants in the fight and a bunch of crazy effects happening, so I can't really tell clearly what's happening in most of the fight, really, but Zawa is ready.
It's a vague sense I get. Dun 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 dun. Do-do-do-do-do.
He has a bad start when he runs that far ahead of the party, which might be good if I can get the disciple to just die immediately. That certainly helps. Oh, they have 2 priestesses. I don't know if I even realized that much. I'll try to get these 2 on the priestesses if I can. Even though they'll have to disengage in the process. I want these guys taken out. Monet has not to a good start. I don't think she's able to break free. At least do Savage Defiance and anything that recovers health right now. Forget that Adair has 3 uses of knockdown now. Not that he has a great chance of actually activating it. Focus the one that might kill Monet in a moment. Let's try to go heavy on the deflection in this group to try to keep them alive for even a moment. Okay, Yaskier's not being focused, so let's have you take out the other priestess when you get back up. Please have this mind control affect somebody. I just want to make a mess of them for a moment. Grieving Mother shot the shit out of herself again. She's really good at that. But did the spell work at all? Did she cast it? This needs to be better. Ringleader, 1 miss, 2 hit. Charmed for 16 seconds, dominated. Dominated for how long? 13 seconds. Okay. So Olimar is charmed. Gleaming Society person, yep, is dominated. That could change the whole fight. That could be all I need. I hope that's all I need. Let's try to make you hard to kill. Maneha can do some real damage if they're alive. Where are you? Yaskier. Is that you? Yeah, there you are. Hard to find my own characters. Please. Destroy them. You're prone for 10 seconds. God damn, what is this, Monster Hunter? That's a super long time to be prone. Fuck. Prone them, damn it. You didn't prone him at all. Prone him. Prone him. There we go. I need these priestesses to start dying, which is hard to do. Let's get some bonuses. There we go. Priestess is not doing great. Priestess is doing much worse. Olimar's changed teams again, so Zawa's going to die. Cool. Stop dying. Olimar, of course, is like basically unattackable. Yes, just let one of them die. I will be very happy. Woo, everyone just started running in the same direction at the same time. Interesting moment there. Zawa's dead. Where is their priestess? Is their other priestess dead now? I think they are. Ah, successful charm on this character. That's why everyone moved at the same time, as the charm did work. Got that going for me. Means we have all the more reason to make sure that this priestess in the back row dies. When I get the priestess... Oh, killed the priestess. Durance. Oh! Was that... Yeah, the projection crit the priestess while they were down. Taking a lot of ice damage. Okay. That takes us to one enemy, basically, at the moment, until somebody changes teams again in a moment. This is good. Only Zawa's down, and that's fixable. No, it's not. I cast 2 level whatever spells already. Just spam every goddamn buff. They can't stop me. I need to be unstoppable, because he's just going to summon more people in a moment anyway. Did I win? I won! Yay! I'm learning. That's part of the process with the difficulty spikes sometimes, is that they can not... Sometimes they just are really spaced out. So then you're like, oh god, I gotta suddenly be competent at this game. That said, I think that playing the entire game on a hard difficulty might be kind of exhausting. It's a very long game to Let's Play. And making every single encounter a big struggle might make it real, like a 200 episode thing. And that's maybe a bit much when we're already behind by one game and I'm trying to get to the second game and stuff. Difficulty is neat, but sheer crushing length added to difficulty might not always be the answer. Unless we want scenes like this to be like a 3-hour, like a 3-episode like saga where I'm trying to beat one fight to continue with the story. Which some people like that kind of stuff. And if I was just playing for fun, then maybe on some level I might even like that. I do like that kind of gaming. But when you're kind of... There are no unique items. Oh, there's one. When you're doing a thing for an audience and everything, there's a certain element of like, I don't really want to put everyone through that for the entire series. And also you want to get to other games, including the sequel eventually. But the downside of not always being on a high difficulty is that when you do get hit by a difficulty spike, you're like, gotta figure out how to actually solve this problem.
Not a sound.
Because it's a lot harder.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed. What you ask is done.
It can be quite an experience trying to do it. It's comparable to Yakuza and Judgment, like those games. Really, dude? Is that what... Wait, is that the secret reason that this fight was easier? Is because you forgot to be in the fight? Because that'd be really funny. This dude just didn't come. You think that the AI of... You would think that groups of people would be tied to each other, like in scripting. We're like, oh, if one of them aggroes, they all aggro. If they are, like, in a camp together or a party. It's one thing... Oh my god, 2 of them weren't in the fight. You fools. Is this different, or were these guys always not pulling? Because I actually don't know. Which... who has aggro control here? I don't know. 2 DPS guys, go get that guy. Fuck him up. There we go. KO. There we go. Oh no, how embarrassing. Get Ed Air, you can do it. You can do it, Ed Air. Oh. The AI is so bad at pathing. It's fascinating. Yep. More loot. There we go. Got some messages from home. A whistling in the reeds. In the Ixamado Plains, Zokran Lake was renowned for the beautiful flowers that grow along its banks for several weeks every spring. Local farmers harvest the flowers for a spring festival in all the nearby villages. In the past 3 years, 4 people have gone missing during the flower collections. No one has seen the abductions take place, but people in the area have been reporting hearing a high-pitched whistle from within the tall reeds. When the abductees are discovered days later on the shore of the lake, they appear to be happy and smiling, but unaware of the world around them. The blissful victims never recover from the state, most dying within a few weeks. The philosophers at the monastery near Zokran Lake have advised local rulers to seek out help with the problem. After several more abductions took place at Zokran Lake, Zokine Lake, Heravius, none of the names are easy, discovered that a previously unknown beast was behind the attacks. A strange ruby-red beetle would grab the locals and feed on their worst memories. The victims would initially fight back. They would quickly enter a blissful state and drop their resistance. Unfortunately, the beetle would eventually devour all of their memories, leaving their minds vacant and broken off from the world. Hervis was able to track the beetle to its nest and kill it. The locals were relieved to hear the beetle had been killed, but dismayed to learn that hatched eggs were discovered in the nest. As a parting gift, a philosopher from Zokran Monastery created a wand for her vested from one of the beautiful red reeds that grows along the lake. Bunch of experience, 1 average item. A red reed wand. Accuracy 3. Grants, my son, do you see your sisters across the moor? Oh, that's the wisp summon that I have. Interesting. Ugh. Charges remaining 6. How do charges work on wands? Because, like, it makes me feel like they just run out after I cast it 6 times, and then I'm like, well, that spell's gone. I don't know, I'd probably just sell this, honestly. I gotta remember to go back home and actually open the reward chest, or wherever that is. I don't know if I even know where it is, but I do need to get these items that I am getting from these quests, because I don't think I've been getting them. So the guy I've imprisoned is permanently listed here, constantly taunting you with a release button for me to accidentally click thinking it's a quest. Spoils await in the Great Hall treasury chest. We're still building, right? Yeah, the botanical garden. Alright, we're good. Well, that definitely was one reason why pulling them was easier than fighting them where they stand, is at the very least I would fight fewer enemies. I don't know if the first pulls where I failed also had those 2 people not in the fight, or if that was only the last pull. Sure. I could go either way. But during one of those other pulls, one of the things that went wrong is that the other mobs up there also joined the fight, which was brutal. These guys are rough too, because they're immune to like a bunch of statuses, which is just kind of an all-around problem. Just don't want anything to be immune to as many things as these guys are. I'm going to die. It's a lot of enemies. Whew. You alright there? You alright there? You alright there? You alright there? And Manaya's gonna die despite the 2 things supposed to regenerate her. If I can get you guys to switch teams, that'd come in handy for me. If she can even reach that part of the fight. I don't know. We'll see. And Zawa's gonna die. Alright, Zawa's knocked out too. The ice spells are really strong. Did you ever cast it? I'm confused. You never did you? Why won't you cast the spell? I'd at least like to have their whole backline on my team. Got one of them. There we go. Oh. Well, now the ice things are also dead. At least they're not very durable. Did I finish that? Whoa, that was an interesting death animation. Did I finish the thought about Yakuza? I don't remember if I did or not. But the Yakuza games they're pretty fun, and they're wacky and weird and ridiculous and all around entertaining for a number of reasons. But oh, that's a currency too. But one of the things about those games is that the vast majority of the game is just you beating up a bunch of thugs that aren't very good at fighting back, and just kind of dunking on them with a series of overly violent heat actions where you get to see a really cool slow motion takedown that's just devastating to watch. They're just brutal, but without any of the gore of Mortal Kombat, but with a lot of the same similar like ugh reaction as you see what happens to people. But then you'll fight a super boss that can two-shot you and has 7 health bars all of a sudden, and you're like, I'm not used to using tactics at all, really, so I need to step it up. The Durgan Cogwheel. The settlements across the White March use a variety of bronze coins as currency. These cogwheels were used in Durgan's battery, where they were created in 2-part process. The distinctive cog-shaped planchettes were cast in bronze. While cooling, they were struck into iron dies. Struck in iron dies. Not sure what that means. The coins are still quite valuable in the Eastern Reach due to their high copper content. Treasure looks large enough to have held a signal fire once. Alright, well, you guys have been through a lot. Time for another rest, which happens a lot. Poor people. I'm destroying them.
And what does the flame reveal?
And what does the flame reveal? Literally anything that's in the dark, as it turns out. That's what fires do. Even non-holy ones. Water trickles down glistening pillars and spears of ice. A few rocks peek out from between them. More? Damn. What are you all even made of? Why are the Lagufeths allied with you, for that matter? Was that explanation given? Maybe it'll be in the bestiary.
Hey.
Let's do a little flanking. Get here to the back row. There we go. I like to not pile you guys all on top of each other, because all the AoE happening to me just seems to make things worse. Wow, they are on Adair right now. Buffing as many people as possible. Let's go ahead and just bubble Adair. Like a paladin. Alright, get out your Hearthstone. He's bubbled. Okay. I think it may have been helpful just to spread out people a little bit so they aren't all caught in a giant ice AoE at the same time. Because these guys in particular tend to just fall. My melee damagers are really bad at surviving all that ice AoE that when it goes down. Well, there we go. Things seem chill at the moment. Yep.
Right.
Yep, it's the AoE that's so dangerous. No!
Zawa's enjoying himself.
Zawa's enjoying himself. That's one take, I suppose. I appreciate the acknowledgement of the fact that I Just had a character KO out of combat. Yeah, that's a... So it's not entirely AoE either. There's some like really powerful damage over time effects that are just taking us out. There's the path to go south. Because there's some kind of cave down here. We must have access. Alright, Yaskier. How do you do? Can't level up lore anymore. I think I am about ready to go. Let's get a point to athletics. I feel like you should have access to like even a version of Second Wind would just be a little helpful. But let's go down a few more points down to survival. So I think my number of points in the lore are starting to become less. We're starting to get diminishing returns on whether it'll even accomplish anything as far as like dialogue choices go. So I want to go down to at least get the second damage reduction for survival. Would probably be helpful. Level 3 invocations. Have I had any of these yet? Requires 5 phrases chanted. I don't think I have any of these yet. You have a bit of a thing you have to like go back and forth on with what you want from this character, because the stronger the chants you pick, the longer they take, the fewer invocations you get to actually spend. Like level 5, like 5 phrases is a lot. Unless you go back to short invocations that were where the chants are doing less and you're trying to get to the invocation quickly. This one calls down a drake from the skies to fight for the party for 30 seconds. A drake could be worth it. That was Gernisk's beast lit the night with his breath. This one is, oh, but knock not on the door of Undril and Gurdul. Urdul and Gurdul. Urdul Gurdul. The hurdy-gurdy. Summons 2 fearsome ogres to fight for the party for 30 seconds. A lot of summons. Rise again, scions of Adon. Whoa. Revives allies in the area of effect. With 60 endurance. I might need to get that. Having another character that could bring the party back with an AoE revive is pretty good. It's not they don't come back with a lot of health, which is kind of risky, but having somebody else have the ability would be nice. That would also mean that between the 3 of them, Palagina, Durance, and Yaskier could all have access to revives. If they're in the same party, at least. 7 nights she waited while the white winds wept. And attacks enemies in 7 directions around the chanter with bolts of freezing ice. Enemy takes 50 to 70 freeze damage. Has a range of 11 meters. I take it just 7 bolts shoot out in every direction. And if there's enemies in that direction, they take the hit. But it seems to not attack allies, so that's good. But... The bride caught their ruse and set to make them pay. Empowers allies in the area of effect with bonuses to dexterity, perception, and intellect. So 5 dexterity, perception, and intellect for almost a minute, including the caster. The bridemen slew 34. 30 for they crossed half the hall. So before. Same thing, but for might, constitution, and resolve. It's like more defensive-ish. Not necessarily. Dex is attack speed, perception is like interrupt chance. Intellect is attack. Not attack. Intellect is like duration and AoE. Those are strong buffs. They're expensive to get though. Coming late in the fight. The ice explosion is exciting. But the revive is also pretty exciting. And then so are the summons, of course. It's a good tier, but they cast level, they require level 5, which is rough. Having an emergency button that helps bring back a losing fight is really helpful. I'm just worried that it may not be worth it, because they might just be not able to survive anymore. Still, gives the enemies a lot of targets to deal with, so they have to all be put down again. You're adding potentially hundreds of health back into the party that has to be separately targeted, and maybe one of them gets taken down too fast again, but other ones might have the chance to get something off, I would hope. Beloved spirits. Still have that option of modifying ancient memory if I want to. Apprentice's sneak attack. Extra melee damage against vulnerable people, which I believe applies to all the people he's stunning. I need to review all these abilities again, though. What was I thinking of last time? I'm noticing that this is getting stronger. It says base 0.8, but now it's at 1.9. So while it's not going to go up every 3 levels the way this goes up every 3 levels, this one's still getting stronger as a result of stats that I have, apparently. So that it'll now increase it from 4 endurance to 6 endurance on the iterations. Is it per second? I don't remember. All I know is that kind of continuous healing happening over the course of the fight could help things out, especially with so many melee line people at the moment. It's maybe a little hard to appreciate how effective it is, though. Greater Frenzy. Cultivates the barbarian's inner rage, granting additional bonus while under the effects of frenzy. 2 might, 2 constitution. Not terrible. I think I can go for that.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Now what do we think's in the cave? Is it our impending doom? Oh, I love impending doom. Come at me. Small cave, full of corpses, always a good sign. Can't wait. Love what you've done with the place. Oh, it's a nice dragon. The alpine dragon. Startling. His head's very skull-y. The dragon turns its head to look at you. Its red eyes are clouded like dirty ice, and its sides heave with labored breaths. Frosty plumes jet between its teeth.
Leave now.
The only sound the dragon makes is a hoarse growl, but you hear it as clearly as if it were spoken language. It bares its teeth. I just want to look around.
I've no patience for trespassing vermin. Go, or I'll gnaw the living flesh from your bones.
It pulls its lips into a snarl. You see something femur-shaped stuck between its teeth. If you wanted to kill me, you'd have tried already.
Careful. I killed the last wanderer I found in these parts.
Did you eat Igadar, the little young man by the road?
Was that the rodent's name? I only know that he tasted mealy and lean.
The dragon probes the leg bone with its tongue. He came looking for his soul twin. What did that have to do with you?
Centuries I've lived. I won't share my soul with some mewling youth.
Wait, you're his soul twin? Why did you kill him?
While he lived, his suffering became mine. And as he drew closer, his weakness infected my essence. I can never be strong while a soul twin of mine lives.
Zawa frowns thoughtfully. I've always felt that if I had a soul twin, we would be good friends. I had not considered the advantages of being able to pummel them. Oh. Because Zawa benefits from wounds, so he could, like, beat on his soul twin to gain power. I take it you've been through this before.
Since I was a worm, sudden fits of agony and terror would paralyze me. I was a prisoner to experiences that weren't mine.
The dragon's tail slowly coils and uncoils.
Eventually, I noticed something similar in my fellow hatchlings. I felt their cries and shrieks become mine as they nipped and flew at one another.
How did you become linked with your siblings?
I don't waste my time with the mysteries of souls, what sunders them and how the turning of the wheel apportions them. What matters is power, survival. I killed as many of the other hatchlings as I could. I felt their pain, but I also felt parts of their souls become mine.
Its slitted pupils widen at the memory. This is like The One, the Jet Li movie, where there's a bunch of different Jet Lis in different universes, and if you kill them, you gain their power.
I slaughtered and devoured, and the scent of blood drove my siblings into a frenzy. Our nest became a maelstrom of chaos as we fought, dying and feeding together. At last, only a handful of us were left. We were sickened by all we'd consumed and suffered.
The spines along its head are flattened. I'd heard of rare instances in which soul twins could absorb one another's essence.
Then you understand my choice. Vanquish or perish.
Its eyes flicker.
I eventually hunted down some of my missing siblings. Others returned to me in other skins and other lives, as that boy did.
Could you have grown stronger by uniting with your soul twins?
Remaining fettered to them, hoping they never think to turn on me.
Something churns noisily in the dragon's stomach.
As interesting as this conversation has been, I've had enough of it.
Wow. The dragon picks at its teeth with a claw and finally pops the leg bone free. It chews on the morsel, its eyes fixed on you. A might of 20, perception of 16, and resolve of 17. There's a lot of benefits that I don't have. You'll gain nothing from my soul. Why don't you focus on your soul twins? It looks at you, still crunching and splintering the bone between its teeth. Finally, it swallows the jagged mess.
Perhaps you're right. Yet what will you offer me if I let you go?
It lowers its head to peer at you. Interesting. As a watcher, I could sever your connection with your soul twins. That would prevent further people from being brought in to attack him. Which would mean fewer people getting killed by an ice dragon, basically. They're not being drawn to him over and over again without knowing why, to their deaths. That seems like a solution. As a watcher, I could sever your connection with your soul twins.
Lies! You would make me vulnerable. How foolish I was to nearly fall for your tricks.
The dragon hisses and recoils. What have you got to lose by trusting me? The dragon roars, flashing its fangs and claws as it prepares to attack. That didn't go well. And quick save. Thank you, game, for pausing on enemy spotted instead of pausing on combat started. So at least I get to quick save after all that dialogue, so that when we inevitably die to the giant dragon monster, I don't have to redo all that dialogue again. What weapons are we focusing on this party? So you have a sword. Slash pierce. Slash. Crush. And you only do crush damage. That's part of our problem, I think. I think generally we want the main group to deal with the dragon as much as we can. You should probably deal with the ooze. Somebody has to. But generally speaking, I think I think the ice, the foe of the ice spirits is Jaskier, because at least he does slash damage, and he also does fire damage. I don't remember what his weapon's enchanted with. Crush. Alright, he does kind of specialize in crush. Yep. 10% damage as crush, plus another 25% crush damage. But still, he can do the slash and pierce damage still. So he specializes in fighting the... He specializes more than the rest of the party, at least, in fighting the ice creatures. What element is a gun? Pierce. I guess that makes sense. Crush slash, so you can do slash damage. So these guys can also help deal with the ice monsters. But other than that, it's kind of a mess. Scatter!
Hey.
Oh no! No! No, 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 no. Okay, so immediately Monet has half dead from one hit. Which is not that much of a surprise. But like, where the fuck did those guys come from? He gets to summon a whole wave of spirits behind us? Bitter spirits. Are these the things from upstairs by the ruin? Did I try to talk to those? I don't remember. I feel like I saw them, but I didn't. I think I highlighted them and didn't have an option to talk to them or anything. But they were strangely friendly. By which I mean they didn't attack me. They had green circles, is what I mean by friendly. Alright, well this could be going better. I'll try defense boost the party if I can. That's what's best. Let's try to keep Moneha alive. Okay, the ice splits are near death, or that one is. So Jaskier is able to kind of help there. Man, there's a lot happening here already. Immune to dragon breath, frightened, paralyzed, stuck, stunned, terrified, unconscious. And he's resistant to prone. What a design for a dragon, by the way. He's got like hair that goes back. It's swept back. He looks like an angry old white man, frankly. He's got like a widow's peak and then like this tufts of like balding hair is what he looks like to go with all of his paleness. Which maybe is the kind of madman you would expect to have been wiping out his family. Vector interrupted Durance, and now he's stunned. Did he get Fortify off? I don't think he did. Alright, how long is he stunned for? Briefly. Whoa! Zawa got a lot of wounds. Wing Storm. Crits Yaskier for 58, and now he's blinded. Crits Ed Air for 71. Blinded. Crits Durance for 82. Blinded. Crits Maneha. Blinded. Crits Grieving. Blinded. Crits... What? He fucking crit everybody. Holy crap. What does the dice roll on that attack? Because it's a problem. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with a giant room of enemies, and he's just like wiping out my entire team with one attack. Like it's no big deal, I guess. Man. Do what we can. Severe burn. There's a lot of bad happening here. And Durance is gone. So he didn't get a chance to do much. The only one who can revive Durance is Jaskier if he charges up 5 chance. So far we've had 1 chance. That's how little has happened this fight. And already things are going this bad. So I'm not really optimistic about our chances right now. Not particularly optimistic at all. Is he taking any damage even? He doesn't seem like it either. There are a lot of ice blights. Let's turn inward. Alright, now Durance is gone. And she's stunned again. And terrified. And blinded. And dazed. And frightened. It's a lot of effects stacked at once that are all bad. And the whole party's dead already. I'm sure Yaskier is also basically dead. And we just can't see it past all of the frenzy. Jesus. Every time I press spacebar, somebody else dies instantly. Yep. Yep. I have 0 evidence he's even taken damage. When I highlight him with this character selected, it says 0% hit chance. So that's a good sign. Oh, cool, he's immune to crushing damage. Just saw that. Just to add to the bad. He has 32 damage reduction, he's immune to crushing damage, he has over 100 of all resistances, it looks like. Huh. Yeah. 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 We're gonna go back to the save that was before I came in here. Okay, this... Really? I'm just noticing that there's only like 1 quick save. There's 3 autosaves, but 1 quick save. Thankfully there was a save when I entered, so I can go back to that. Alright. Next episode I'll take a look at the spirits upstairs, just to double check if whether there's an interaction, because maybe it's one of those games, one of those fights where the guy is totally invincible and unbeatable until you talk to the particular thing or find whatever is their weakness that disables their invincibility. But if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna move on. And maybe when we're done with this expansion and getting ready to go back to Cadnura...
Andrus Tides, Durance, you crack me up.
There's no joke to be had, Amawa. Only the observations of a humble missionary.
Oh, tell me the one about Magrin again. I love that joke.
Simply because I have business with that whore does not mean I care to discuss it.
How do you make your face get so red?
I'm game. This is fun. These are good additions to this party. What? There's a troll down there. Where the fuck were they hiding? How did I not see you sooner? That's confusing. But yeah, we'll see. If I don't find a weakness, then I'll come back when I'm done with the entire expansion and see if I'm a bit stronger, or maybe it's even a tough enough fight that I should plan specific party members to bring with me, as opposed to just kind of whatever people I've felt like having lately, which is the amount of strategy that's been going into this, because I'm picking them mostly for narrative reasons and stuff like that. There are new enemies spawning here. Oh boy.